Yo guys, Games here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the Smash community. There have been 3 massive Me Too allegations today. I will cover them, although in this video we're going to be centering this video on one of these allegations, and that allegation is where Captain Zack, obviously a Smash player, released this Tweek longer post where he talks about another player called Nairo. This actually caused Nairo to get rid of his Twitter, deactivate it. You can't see any of his tweets now. So within this Tweek longer post, he says that his first sexual encounter happened with Nairo when he was 15 at a Smash tournament, CEO Dreamland 2017, April 14th. So he goes on to show messages, although he does state in this saying, even though in these messages I am the one initiating, I like to remind you that I was 15 years old at the time. Nairo was 20, going on 21. I am not going to be manipulated into feeling like this was my fault any longer. So within these messages, I won't go through them all. I will link them in the description though, because there are a lot of them, too many to go through in this video. But one of the main screenshots shows, let me tell you about Dreamland v NRG Nairo. So Thursday we got to Tweek's room. Oh Lord, reminds me of my Ultra Savage days. And it was me, Ramen, Void, Tweek, Nairo and Nakat. But Nakat and Void left, so now it's just me, Ramen, Nairo, Tweek. So I'm on this bed. Nairo is on the death ship, wherever TV is, and Ramen is in the corner on a chair. Tweek is in the bed too, but there's room for another person. I say, Nairo, come over here. He said, okay, so he comes over and lies down. And I put my head around his stomach. So he then goes on to go on about rubbing chests and just stuff along that nature. So obviously, Tweek was mentioned heavily in these screenshots. He's called @TweekSSB on his Twitter. He released this tweet saying, my statement, getting you to his Tweek longer post. So he goes on to say in his Tweek longer post, at CEO Dreamland, I was extremely sick and could barely move out of my bed. Zack and Nairo started flirting at this event, specifically when Zack went to his room the night they did sexual things. I specifically told Zack not to go, and he did, and did not come back that night. Nairo also knew that I knew, and when he visited me in Ohio, he begged me not to tell anyone. Zack also did not want anyone to know. Having this burden on my shoulders for so long has been very tough. So he then follows this Tweek longer post with a screenshot, and it says, I'm glad you're getting things off your chest, but I'd like to say I actually told you not to go to Nairo's room and to not do things with him. In fact, I've always told someone who told you not to do things like this, while other people treated it like a game. Just saying this because B got mad at me and scared me that I did something wrong. So those string of messages is then replied to by saying, I'm sorry I didn't state that in my messages and I forgot to put it in my Tweek longer. I know you've always been pleased to tell B that I love you so much, I'm sorry. Also, he added on to his statement as he felt he didn't get his point across, so Tweeks ended up writing something on his iPhone notes and then tweeting this saying, I have been friends with Zack since I was around 13-14 years old. I have always supported Zack and I have always tried to give him the best advice I could. When these events transpired, I tried to give good advice then, as did others in our friend group. At the time, I even privately expressed my concerns to adults. It was Zack who did not want to pursue anything at the time, but if I'm asked to support him further, then I am going to. That is the full extent of anything I have to do with this situation up to this point. I think my original post was misunderstood, so I am clarifying things further. Anyway guys, that's everything on Tweek's behalf. Let's get back to the original Tweek longer post and more of the screenshots he's got there. So within these screenshots, Captain Zack does go on to detail their encounter pretty much. Although the next bit is very interesting, as he says, this album also contains all of the evidence that I have of Nairo and his brother, sending me money to keep me quiet through PayPal. This is also shown within the screenshots, as he says, as he shows this receipt where he receives $2,000 from a person called Kelvin. And there are 2 further payments from Jeremy Toga for $275 and the other one being $350. They attempted to use a fake PayPal name in hopes no one else would be able to track the money back to them. However, I can verify that the Jeremy Toga PayPal was indeed Nairo's account by matching up the amount of money I had asked for with my text messages with Nairo. So this is shown by these messages saying, yeah, that's fine, how much do you need? And he was saying, I need 350. And as you can see, one of the screenshots, it does say $350 was sent. So he then goes on to say, I was told by doing my part by not telling anyone about our relations. I received financial help from him. The first $2,000 that I sent was equal to the amount that I would have received from my sponsor had I not been dropped. This was after the Ali situation came to light. Nairo immediately started calling me because some people were trying to bring our situation to light. These are the July phone logs. The second phone logs, August 13th, are confirmation of him sending the $2,000 after calling me on the phone. So he goes on to say, we started using phone calls as our only means of communication, and he told me to delete my messages with him on every platform. My screenshots of the calls on Messenger are, because I haven't repaid my phone bill, so I only have Wi-Fi available on my phone, no cellular service. With this one, he goes on to show proof, as there's a couple messages, but most of it turns into calls. So this tweet actually ends up, from Scraffpunk, ends up being Nairo, and it's actually a retweet of a tweet called someone called Profit. And then this says, Captain Zack did indeed force Ali into a relationship and blackmailed him, along with having a secret relationship with Nairo. He also said he called me right after he posted his tweet, then proceeded to repeatedly call me after I did not pick up his call. So this actually ends up where we are now, where someone from his Discord actually said, hey guys, it's over, thank you so much for all the help you provided over the years. Don't know the status of this Discord moving forward, but yeah, Nairo is done. So it looks like, yeah, he's finished, he is absolutely finished. So he's, yeah. It's mental how so much stuff has come up in one community over one day though. I think that's the first we've seen of that. Tell me your guys' thoughts. I think this is absolutely mental. But yeah, like honestly, wow. So guys, after recording this, it actually looks like Nairo has been let go from NRG. This was first reported by @Slasher, who is pretty reliable with anything to do with Twitch. This was then confirmed by NRG themselves, releasing this statement. It wasn't very much a statement, it was just a quick little something saying, this morning we were made aware of disturbing information involving Nairo. We take these situations incredibly seriously. NRG has severed all ties with him. Also, earlier in the video, I said that he actually disabled his social medias, including Twitter, but that was actually returned a bit later with his statement saying, I'm not making excuses, my behaviour was wrong, I messed up tremendously. To Zack, I apologise for making you feel like you had to carry a burden all of these years. That is not fair to you, I am truly sorry. I feel like that's a bad start because he's already, like, he paid him to hush up, so... I'm taking some time for self-reflection, and I am committed to getting help. I need to be better, grow and learn. As a result, I will not be active on social media. I betrayed the people who trusted and depended upon me, the NRG esports staff who helped me professionally, and more importantly, the community who has supported and looked up to me for all of these years. I failed you all, I am sorry. And as you can see, it looks like he's changed his Twitter, so it's got no affiliation with NRG. Obviously, he did get kicks, but it normally takes players a little bit, but they have probably pushed him to get rid of NRG from his name straight away. It is now just Nairo MK and Nairo. Also, it actually appears that this is having a direct effect on people, sponsorships for Smash, as Keemstar, as you know, he holds these massive tournaments. He's done Minecraft Mondays, Warzone Wednesdays, and all of these big just events where he gets lots of streamers doing it. But he came out and said, we have cancelled our plans to have a Smash tournament, and this is obviously due to those allegations. Also, it seems Nintendo themselves are trying to distance themselves from him, because they did upload a video on their official channel. It was called Nintendo Player Perspective Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Behind the Bracket with Nairo. Uploaded 8 months ago, had a fair amount of views with 217k, but this was removed. They privated this straight away. This is shown on Reddit as it had like 4,000 upvotes, but yeah, it says this video is privated now. So they obviously are trying to do everything they can to distance themselves from this situation. I don't know what they're going to do with him or of other people. Will they give them bans? Will they this is still what I don't know. Also, he got called out for actually lying about the situation yesterday, saying, "The rumour posted about me today isn't true. I confronted Zack about it last year and was extremely furious when he admitted it to me. I went through the proper channels and reported it privately to the community leaders. It's mentally exhausting because dealing with this because it's been a year." It'll be interesting to see how Nintendo deal with this situation. Hopefully they don't strike this video because they do have a bit of a history doing that. But yeah, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.